Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited you're tuning back in. Thank you so much for tuning back in. If you're new, welcome. I'm iShine follower, and if you're coming back, you're already a subscriber. Thank you for your time, your energy. I really appreciate that. Alright, in this video, I'm going to be talking about savings. If you watched my previous video, you already know, or you already saw this video coming. So this video is really just talking about tips and tricks for savings, or how to make saving easier, if you will. So if you're interested in this content, please keep watching. Welcome to my channel again. Today we're talking about savings, like I said earlier. So to start with, we already mentioned in my last video that it is very important to save. We can't overemphasize the importance of savings, especially taking a look at this year, the pandemic, everything going on, people losing their jobs and all that. It's super important to secure yourself as much as you can, and gone are the days that they say like save up about 3 months of your monthly expense. Now the pandemic has been going on for more than 3 months, so I guess we need to save more than 3 months. So it's just a wake-up call for everyone. This is something a lot of people don't talk about. They don't really sit us down in school and teach us, say this is how you should do this, this is how you should do this. So I thought this was a very important adulting tool for everyone. That's why I'm actually making this video. And funny story is that I've been trying to make this video for a long time. I made it and I lost the file, but I couldn't just rest. I just had the urge or the feeling to just make the video, so I had to pump myself up to make this video. And I believe there's a reason for it. It's just for one person out there, and if that person gets the main point of this video, I'm super happy about that. So let's just jump into this video. I want to start by saying save with a purpose. What do I mean by saving with a purpose? I mean, if you're saving, have a reason for saving. For example, if you have a wedding coming up, you're like, oh, we're gonna start saving. That's the purpose of that saving. The reason why I say have a purpose for saving is because things come up every day, like I said earlier, and you just need to prioritize what's more important. So for example, if something comes up, you have to evaluate, prioritize what is more important to me at this point in time: saving for the wedding or taking care of whatever else it is. So saving for a purpose or having a goal tied to your saving is just, I think it's a good way to start with saving. Next, I want to say that it's never too early, never too late to start. Like, start as soon as you recognize the importance. Like, I hope you start immediately you watch this video. It's a wake-up call for everybody, not just. And me speaking about all these things, I'm also talking to myself. Like, nobody's perfect. We're just taking a step at a time every day. So start as early as you can. Start immediately. It's never too early or it's never too late to start saving. Next, I want to say that start small, think big. It just, like, you don't have to wait till you start earning that 1 million every month kind of pay before you start saving. Start with whatever you have. Nothing is too small, I tell you. Like, nothing is too small to start. So start where you are, and before you know it, you're up. So yeah, next point is set up a separate account for saving. You don't want to mix your saving with your day-to-day spending accounts. It's just going to mix up and you're just going to spend everything when something comes up. So have a separate account that you call saving. This is for saving. You're not using it to do whatever your day-to-day activities. You're not using it for that. You're using it just for saving. That just helps clear everything out. It's good for your brain and it just makes everything easier. So next, in line with that, I'll say set up make the saving automatic. And what I mean by that is like, so I know employers and banks do this, like you can just designate, or just for your employer, I think it's called direct deposit. You just set up direct deposit with your employer, just have them pay a certain amount from your paycheck every time into that account you've designated for savings. So you don't have to think about it or start fighting in your mind like, oh my god, I need to buy this. No, it's already there before you even know. So, and for the bank, if you don't have an employer to help you set that up, you can do it with your bank. You can do it yourself. You don't have to walk to the bank before you do it. If you have the app, or you go to their website where you can access your account, you can get that done. So you can even pick the dates you want. If it's 2 times a month, however frequent you want, weekly, whatever you want, you just set up the automatic transfer into your savings account. That's just money going aside without you having to think about it, you know. So next I would like to say is like, for those that are familiar with the US working system, there are some employers that match your retirement plan. I'll explain that. So for example, there's 401k, I think it's called it is 401k. Yeah, so if you're putting, for example, let's say you're putting $5 into your retirement every paycheck. So some employers, it's an incentive. So for every $5 you put into that retirement account, they're going to match it. So they're going to put $5 or $1 or whatever it is. I feel like that's a steal, or that's a really good deal. Basically, it's more money than you are putting into your own account. So take advantage of that. If you don't know anything about it, you can research, ask your employer about it. They will tell you, your HR department will let you know about that. So another tip I'd like to say is, so before you buy something like really really expensive, try to like think about it. Be like, how many hours do I have to work before I get this amount that I'm about to spend in a sitting or in a standing or in just one swipe? That way, I think that's a really good tip. And it's a mental tactic that might help. Hopefully it does, but I just wanted to point that out. Next thing I wanted to mention is plan your gifts ahead. So for example, during Christmas period, a lot of people buy gifts for their family, their friends and all that. So instead of waiting till Christmas week or Christmas Eve to start shopping, why don't you plan ahead? In that way, you already know the gifts you're giving each person, and you already know the amount you're spending on each person. So instead of incurring so much loan or debt on your credit card during that Christmas period, you're already planning towards it, you know. So if you're paying in bits as opposed to the huge loan you're going to have later. Some people just like, oh, I can just pay with credit card, but why pay with credit card when you can afford it? And the way you can afford it is to plan ahead. And sometimes you see these things, because you plan ahead, you already know what you're getting for that person. You can, when you find it in the store and it's like really cheap on sale, you can get it ahead of time. You know, that's taken care of. That's just an easy thing that I do that helps me. One way to also save is to pack lunch. I noticed that when I pack lunch, I save money a lot. You don't know how much you're saving until you actually like put in effort and think about it. Like all those $10, $15, $20 every day, or however often you eat in a day, it adds up, you know. So a way to save money is to pack your lunch. Next, I'll say is to unsubscribe. There's so many stuff. Some people, they subscribe for stuff and they just forget about it. So they don't even use the stuff they're subscribed to because it's automatic. The money is just coming out of your account. So, which brings me to another point. It's not even on my notes, but you might want to be checking your bank statement like pretty often. It's like some people are just taking money out of your account because you already gave them the okay, but you don't even know where the money is going to. That's an easy way of saving right there. So talking about unsubscribing, things that you don't need, you might want to unsubscribe for them. Or the things that or you can tag team. Hey, you can pair up with a friend and you use their Netflix, like I do. I use my sisters. So, and you pay for something else, they pay for something else, things like that. Another way or another tip for saving is to use the 24-hour rules or 24-hour rule. I don't know what's going on today, man. Like I told you, this video, there's a reason for it. So the 24-hour rule is like, it helps avoid impulse buying also. I think it goes in conjunction with the calculate how much hours you have to work before you get that amount. 24 hours is when you see something or when you want to buy something, instead of buying it right away, you take 24 hours to think about it, and after that, if you still feel the need to buy it, then you go ahead and buy it. So next thing I wanted to say is, forget your neighbor, forget the Jones. The Jones are your neighbor. Like, stop comparing. Just because other people are doing stuff doesn't mean you have to do it. Like, cut your coat according to your size, they say. Some people even say cut your coat according to your material. Just do you. Don't do more than yourself. I think I like that phrase a lot. Don't do more than yourself, really. Yeah, just stay in your lane and you'll be fine. Another thing is to give, like, give and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Like they said, the hand of a giver is always on top and not below. So yeah, another tip. It might be ironic to you, but it's good to give. It can never be overemphasized, giving. So next on my next point is check your credit report. For those that are in this system, the credit card system, check your report annually. Every year the 3 Bureau, they give you free reporting, so you can actually like check every 4 months. So you use one agency every 4 months to check, but it's very advisable to check your report very frequently, because identity theft is real, things happen and all that. I just felt the need to add that. So last but not before the last, I was going to talk about AJO. It's called, let me look it up, it's called rotational contribution. AJO, it's a Yoruba language. I just interpret it as rotational contribution. I read it out. The way AJO works is that a group of people come together to each put an agreed amount of money into savings each month. So then at the end of every month, someone in the group then takes all the money saved for that month, which is subsequently rotated among all the group members throughout the period of the contribution. So I do that. I was talking to my mom, and that's how the idea came up. And I just talked to a few true friends of mine. You don't want to do AJO with just anybody. If not, they take your money and run away. So I spoke to some people and we came together. So we agreed on an amount we wanted to be contributing every month, and for how long and all that. Well, I feel like the number of people in that group will determine the term, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. So for example, if we have 6 people and we're contributing for 6 people, we're just going to do 6 terms or 6 months if we're doing monthly, if that makes sense. So I think that's a very easy way to save, and you have money available for you when issue or crisis comes up, as opposed to not doing it. And it's like when you get the money, you're just like, oh wow, I saved that much. It's like money you save without even really thinking about it. So I thought that was a good idea, and I wanted to throw that out there. You can come up, or you can do that, or find people that are really trustworthy to do that with. So my last point, last but not the least, is pay your tithe. Like, for me, tithing is very, very important. Like, God already said in this Bible verse that, test me. Imagine God of all the earth, of all the universe, saying test me. God that can do all things, He said, test me, like, God, I know you can do this. He's like, that's like so much confidence. It's like, come and test me, and if I will not open up the windows of heaven to bless you, like that, and the verse continues. You can research more on the verse. And like, yeah, that's like so much confidence that God says we should test him with our tithe, and it will bless us in return. So I don't play with my tithing at all. And I recognize the fact that some people, it's really tough for them. It's hard to make ends meet. But trust me, if you have faith in God to be your provider, to be there for you, he will do it. Just ask him for the grace, I ask him for the grace to help you, because a lot of time the spirit is willing but the flesh is weak, or expenses will not let, or things like that. But just speak to God, pray to God, and you to discipline yourself to make it a point of contact that I have to do this, and things will work out for you. And with that, I've come to the end of my video. It was so much doing this. It was so much fun doing this video. Like, it's like the devil didn't want me to do this video. This is like how many times I'm doing this video, but I'm glad it's actually happening, and I really hope it blesses someone out there. And I would really love to hear your feedback, or if you have more tips and tricks for us. I don't know it all, no one knows it all. We would like to learn. Share your experiences, your ideas in the comment section down below, and I pray that God will bless you, keep you, make his face shine upon you, and he will be gracious unto you. Like, you'll be a giver and not a borrower, in the name of Jesus. Like, God, I feel like God really has our interest in that. God has our interest in that, and that includes every aspect of our life, including our financial life. So that means God wants us to prosper, not just spiritually or physically, in all aspects of life. So I'm about to start preaching. Yeah, so, and I pray that God will show himself strong in our lives in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much for watching again. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comments, the good stuff. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Bye.